Chris, can you hear us?
Yep, got you loud and clear.
Okay, all right. Call the meeting of the Carbon County Board of Commissioners to order. Father, you are indeed the giver of all good gifts, and we come together this day to seek your wisdom, guidance, courage, and strength. Be with us in our deliberation and help us to be wise in our decisions. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of preparing accurate written minutes. Recordings are overwritten following approval of the minutes, eliminating all unofficial records of these proceedings. The first item is the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held July 6, 2023.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Are there any guests on concerned county business?
Next item, the report of executive sessions held.
We had an executive session July 6th at 11 a.m. for personnel reasons.
Department reports, the budget transfers.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
There are no supplemental appropriations. Expenditures approval of check numbers 237308 through 237537 for expenditures to the general fund clearing account, totaling $898,347.61.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Treasurer's reports.
Move to acknowledge or accept.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
At this time, we will recess for the salary board meeting. Call that meeting orders. And are there any guests for salary board business? And we had no executive sessions, none. Meeting adjourned. Yeah, I'm gonna reconvene the commissioner's meeting.
The next item is the personnel report for county departments.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
The acknowledgements for courts and row offices.
Move to acknowledge.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes, with the exception of the court's appointment of an adult probation officer with no indication this peace officer, law enforcement officer was thoroughly vetted to the legal requirements of Act 57. That was enacted to protect the public and hiring authorities from risks and liabilities resulting from less than thorough background investigations and checks.
Correspondence as listed. Copies will be made available to the press upon request. Advertising. For approval, authorize the advertisement of a public notice regarding the Carbon County Agricultural Land Preservation Board meeting date change from August 8, 2023 to August 15, 2023.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Open Space Advisory Board, for approval, authorize the advertisement of a public notice regarding the Open Space Advisory Board meeting to be held on July 20th, 2023.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Information Technology, for approval and execution renewal agreements with Integra One of Allentown, Pennsylvania for Fortinet Unified Threat Management Protection for the departments as listed at the various terms totaling $5,957.94.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
A renewal agreement with Integra One of Allentown, Pennsylvania for Fortinet Fortimail for the term July 7th, 2023 through May 9th, 2024 at $2,874.80. Fortinet Analyzer for the term of August 26, 2023 through July 26, 2024 at a cost of $1,888.51 for a total of $4,763.31. This provides 24/7 email and comprehensive support.
Motion approved and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Opioid settlement funds for approval. Authorize the allocation of $200,000 from the opioid settlement fund as Carbon County share for the Carbon Monroe Pike fentanyl awareness campaign.
Move to approve.
And second, with a little discussion on this. I just want to explain what we're doing here. I think this is a long time coming. It's going to be a fentanyl awareness campaign that we're going to do. Kudu Creative of Easton is a company that's going to do it for us. It's advertising. They have specialized in creative strategies. The campaign will be for the 3 counties. For example, cable television commercials would be covered geographical areas that would include the 3 counties. And we could combine all our resources that, we can get a little bit better refined. However, in some cases, billboards or small publications, this would be handled on an individual basis. For simple fact, Monroe County might want 7 billboards, maybe we want 3, and Pike County might want 2. So whatever they, I don't know what money is available to them, what we have, but I think we got to get this campaign going, whatever, and use any resource that we can. Other resources besides the billboard, TV, is social media, and community outreach, and education through our schools and hospitals. St. Luke's contacted me last night. They're on board. They want to partner with us. About a half an hour. Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau just called me. They're willing to get on board with advertising, and it's a good thing with them because they have the buying power. They have the media. They can get us those 10 billboards for the price of 7. I think that's what we're looking for. And just some of the things currently right now, we have $723,180.80 from the 2 payments that we have not used yet. By December, we will be getting approximately another $400,000. And I feel if we sit here and do nothing, then we are part of the problem. And I said, there's so many avenues that we can go to. In fact, here is something that's a little bit of a picture. There's yard sign. There could be something on shopping carts that has the QR code. They could scan that, and it might take them to a website where treatment can be done. Suicide lines for opiates. There's so many ways that we can branch off, and I'm hoping everybody's on board with this. So like I said, it's time that this has to get done. And I think I've talked to our solicitor and our financial people. And my question always was, what happens with the money? And in December, our 18 months is up that we've been getting money. And what's going to happen then? And I mean, I don't want to answer for the solicitor or for our financial people, but I know what the answer is. Because these pharma companies or whoever we're in this litigation with, they're not going to sit there and let us use the money for the wrong stuff. It has to be opiate use. And if we don't use it by that time, I'm thinking they're probably going to stop payment. If we keep getting payments and use it, then why are they giving us the money? And I don't know if Bob wants to chime in on a little bit, but it's like there's so many people telling us what we're supposed to use the money for. In fact, I even had a survey here that was sent out, and it's at the bottom. What do I think it should be used for? It's not anything on this list that should be used for. I think we contacted the state and there's no guidelines on what we can specifically use it for. And I'm not looking for a survey. I'm looking for what we can use it for. Because if we use it for the wrong thing, it's going to affect the taxpayers. What happens if we spend it in the wrong place and then got to put it back or lose it because of something that we didn't do right? And this opiate abuse started, how could I even say it? I mean, it's almost like it's being irresponsible. How's that? Irresponsible by prescribing too many drugs to a person or prescribing drugs to a person that should have never had. And that's where this all started off. And for us to combat this, we have to be responsible to make a plan like this to come together. We just start throwing money at the wall and think it's going to stick. That's not a plan. I think this is a great plan. We can branch off of this. And if there's something that doesn't work in this, then we can go in another direction, but to not start it, like I said before, we are part of the problem. And I know, I don't know if you want to make any comments, Chris, or anybody else. I mean, we had a discussion with the 3 counties that I think we had last Monday. The lady came in and gave us a presentation. I'm hoping everybody's on board with it because this isn't going to go away. And even through the litigation, there's children that die that the parents would like to see this money used for something. But it's not only that, it's the children, lost parents and grandparents. This does not stop killing anybody. There's no age limit. And I just feel like all these people that want to be on board and it's coming together, I think it's a great thing that could happen. And in fact, when I was even talking to the visitor bureau this morning, Wayne County is in our workforce, that's in our group. We're even thinking about maybe tagging them onto it, which would bring the cost down for us, either way. So if we have all this money, I mean, right now, we're probably looking at $1.2 million by December that Carbon County has. With collaboration with all these other groups, this could turn into $5 or $10 million, and that's what we need. This $400,000 every year is not going to help us. Working with everybody else will. So like I said, I think I talked enough. I don't know, Chris, if you have any comments, if there is anything, or Bob, if not, what do you have to say, Bob?
Well, we're fortunate to have this money, but I'm afraid of the possible monkey's paw curse here because we have to be very careful about how we spend it. But we also only have an 18-month window to spend that money. And it's my understanding is that that's a second installment, and this goes on for, I believe, 18 years, would be withheld if we don't spend those monies. So we do need to spend these monies, and I do think this PR campaign is a good place to go. But there are also, I think, worthy possible uses for it, like the treatment courts. But the problem with that is that if it's deemed that we spent this money on something that isn't specifically tailored to opiates, that we could be, creating liability for ourselves, because the guidance that we've been provided says that it can benefit co-occurring conditions like mental health or methamphetamine, but it has to be co-occurring. That person that's receiving the benefit of these funds has to have an underlying opiates use. So it's not as easy as just saying, let's just fund the treatment courts and develop that, because it has to be specifically tied to opiates. So we really are looking to the state to give us a little more guidance here, a little more specifics, because we have a very lengthy guidance, but it's just general categories, and it just really doesn't give us enough guidance. And I know this is a pervasive issue in all of the 67 counties. So,
and I think like Bob sort of hit it a little bit. And if we would use it for such things as treatment court, we have that documentation. Okay, 3 of the cases were opiate related. You know, another 3 could have been something else, you know, it could have been alcohol or mental health. So we have that documentation that when I said, and I believe that they're gonna do an audit. I don't think they're gonna put billions of dollars out there and not audit us what we're using it for. So I think it's very key that we do document, and I'm not saying we shouldn't go to the courts or any place else, but we have to have our ducks in order. Because there's gonna probably be litigation coming back to us. I mean, they're not gonna let billions of dollars go and let us do whatever they want, because they have to be out to our shareholders also. So that's my feeling.
I agree.
So anything, Chris?
Yeah, and again, I want the public to recognize that this is simply the first step and a concerted effort, of course, in part of a really what is a developing, or call it a nascent strategy, right? An honest attempt to utilize these funds in a manner in which we're going to be able to measure the impact that we are making in this particular element of the program. And I can assure that we have spoken significantly also about the necessity to have to measure success, constantly and regularly assessing the impact. And we are going to utilize these funds in a manner that will have a positive impact. If not, we'll redirect those resources into areas that will be much more impactful. But this is a great start to a development plan. That's all I have, Rob.
No, thank you, and that's a good point too. And like I said, the county commissioners, I said, when I meet with all of them or talk to them, they think they're asking somebody, and we need everybody's input. But it all comes down to the commissioners are responsible for the money. You know, we have to take, I take this very seriously. I mean, I want this to go in the right direction. I want it to work. I want it to work for 20 years. And I know we're probably not going to combat this completely, but at least we can knock the, what out of it. That's basically it. I'm ready for the vote.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Next item in planning and development. For adoption and execution, the notice of the section 504 officer as required by the 2023 CDBG application. Your first item is a motion to adopt resolution number 23-024 and notice.
Motion to adopt the resolution and notice.
Second.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Next item, would you authorize the advertisement?
Move to authorize.
I'll second.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
The CDBG Fair Housing Notice for adoption and execution. Approval of the Fair Housing Notice and Resolution. First item is the motion to adopt the resolution number 23-025 and notice.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Next item, authorize the advertisement of same.
Move to authorize the advertisement.
Second.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
The solicitor's report.
Thank you. Okay, for the train station, the county has received a request to display a banner by artisanship, I guess it was pronounced, for the electrifying jack-o'-lantern experience. The banner did be displayed September 22nd, 2023 to November 3, 2023.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
And likewise, the Carbon County Fair Association has submitted a banner request for the Carbon County Fair taking place August 7th to the 12th, 2023. The banner to be displayed July 24th, 2023 to August 15th, 2023.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
And relating to the Recorder of Deeds, seeking a motion to adopt resolution 23-026, authorizing the Recorder of Deeds to charge and collect a fee for the purpose of establishing a county demolition fund in accordance with Act 152 of 2016.
Motion adopted.
Second.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
And related to that, seeking a motion to adopt resolution 23-027, designating the Carbon County Office of Planning and Development as the agent of Carbon County for the purpose of administering the Carbon County Demolition Fund.
Move to adopt.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Any further business? Commissioners reports, Mr. Honor?
The only thing that I have, we do have, Carbon County Job Fair, for the correctional facility. That's gonna be at 331 Broad Street, that's Mahoney, and it's gonna be Saturday, July 22nd. From 9 AM to 1 PM. It's gonna be for hiring correctional officers. Interviews will be done on the spot. I just want to comment on this a little bit. I think the last time we did it, from the job fair, I think we had 9 applicants and 8 of them actually got hired out. So it's a very good thing. And I think people, they get it explained to them, like what it's like in the prison. I think they look at it that they're in prisons that they see on TV, and it's not like that here. But they will need their high school diploma, be at age of 18, and they will need a valid driver's license, social security card, and a check of $140 or $148. And that's a refundable deposit that when they get hired, they will get that money back. If there's any questions, they can call the correctional facility at 570-325-22 or 2211, or go online to carboncounty.com. All I have.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yeah, just comment quickly on the resolution authorizing the recorder of deeds. Bear in mind that won't take effect, the actual collection, until January of 2024, but we are getting the gears started to begin that process. In addition to, the county has recently made a proposal to a local municipality in a whole home repair project called the Double Home Rehabilitation project that we are looking at. So we are again making an effort on to confront blight in our community, and appreciate all 3 of us, the commissioners, moving forward with this resolution, and then the proposed double home whole home repair program that is going to be led by our planning and policy office. That's all I have.
All right. Meeting adjourned. Okay, who wants to ask the first question? Kelly.
Good morning. Lots of questions. Lots of background on the demolition fund. What would it be is going to be?
You said the $15 is gonna be, and I mean, the way it looks, it's gonna go into effect maybe in January. I think we should have everything together by then, but that's to get it out to everybody that, all the stakeholders know what to charge, not that they come in January and say, oh my God, what's the $15 for? So they're gonna reach out to everybody and make sure that everybody knows that this is gonna be effect for January. And the money that's in there is, again, not enough probably, but there's supposed to be state money behind this, and I think Senator Argyle is working on that. So there's hopefully going to be money behind that we can actually do good things throughout Carbon County.
Kelly, could you turn on your mic?
Well, you hit one time and you broke it now.
I'm sorry, Commissioner.
No, that's all right.
You as well.
Yeah.
During your report. Could you repeat a little bit about what you said, because I honestly couldn't hear. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah, so you were asking me to repeat what I said in reference to what specifically, Kelly? I'm sorry?
Your commissioner's report.
Oh,
Right here.
so 2 things. One, again, the fact that we are moving forward to address blight in our community. And there's two elements to that right now. One is this resolution and implementation of the collection that the Recorder of Deeds will undertake. But importantly, the Planning and Development Office has put together what is being referred to as a double home, whole home repair program. And it's a pilot. So, you know, in our community, we have a multitude of double homes, and unfortunately, blight is associated with many of them, or too many of them, let me say. And the pilot program that Planning and Development has put forth to a local municipality as a pilot is to address this issue, where we'll expect the municipality to deal with really, let's say, the demolition of one side of a home, and we'll use up to $50,000 to help rehabilitate the livable side of that double home. Again, create a wall, build the foundation and the structure that's necessary to ensure that other half of the home is habitable for families. And that's under discussion with the local municipality, and hoping tonight at a borough council meeting, that borough will announce their willingness to consider participation in that pilot. Say again?
I didn't guess.
Yeah, that's their meeting tonight. I didn't want to say it, but yes, yeah.
And I think in that program too, and I think we hear a lot from everybody, like a lot of times when you get a grant, there's a 50% match. And I think we're trying to do that, look at different scenarios that it's not going to be a 50% match that
Right.
we get that, you know, it maybe could even go down to 10%, because a lot of these people, you know, if there's a project that's $12,000, $15,000, you know, where are they going to get $6,000? Some of these people, and some of these projects sit there and then they just get sat to the side and never get done. I think this is one of maybe the angles that the county is trying to do to make it better, that we can get rid of the blight properties instead of just sticking them to the side.
Yeah. And Kelly, I would say once the borough, you know, talks publicly about it, we'll release a copy of the proposed plan, you know, as soon as the borough releases it or discusses it publicly.
Okay. Wanted to go back to the opioid settlement. You said the borough, well, the county has given some right now. To get another 400. And what is the window to use these funds?
Well, they put this on, it was an 18-month period, and our 18 months is up in December. So I don't know what's going to happen there. What are they going to come out with if we don't use it? And I'm not saying we should rush to get something in, but I think this is one of the best plans that came to us in the last couple of months. And as I said, it's a shame if we don't move forward with something. But, and like I said, I don't think anybody can answer what's going to happen after December, because there's no guidelines, there's nothing. So like I said, if we got 3 payments so far that will be in December and we use it for nothing, like what are they going to say? Okay, we're not going to give you the 4th payment. But if we start something like this project, and this project might not be 100% what we need, it could go in another direction, but we need that next payment of the next $400,000 to maybe keep going. You know, we just can't stop once we go. They laid a plan out for us for 2 payments right away, and then 18 years of payments. I think we should utilize that every year to the extent what we can. And I said, it can't be wasted. I mean, there's not much money there. I mean, the drug abuse that happens in our counties is millions and millions, and we're only getting $400,000 a year. So it's a good thing to part, you know, you have to try it somewhere and make good use of that money.
And this program is 200,000.
Well, what it is, it like we're putting 200,000 in for our county. Now, I don't know what Monroe and Pike will do, and I think they want to reach out to Wayne County. I mean, if each one of us would put, that would be $800,000. that would go into this project for the first year, which would be a great start. Like I said, partnering with all these other people, I said this can turn into millions of dollars and try to combat it, find, like I said, we've been sitting here for years. And I think we have, for myself, I have the opportunity to make something happen. And I want it to happen. We're sitting around long enough. And I'm tired of hearing excuses. We don't know what to use it for. I said back in 2010 or 11, I spoke to the interagency committee. I knew 3 kids that died within a couple weeks' time. And I see all the deaths that are coming on now. The coroner just told me, I think up until this year with opiates, I don't know if it was last year, there was like 30 some just with opiates alone. That's not, anything else. And it's like the numbers keep growing. And it's just like, I don't know what to tell you. It's like, and we get no answers from the state. I think Bob wrote them, then you send them emails and would like some kind of an explanation. And this is what I get, a survey, like, what would I like? I would like to get something started and let us know what we need. That, and it's so frustrating that I've seen this for years. And like I said, we have the opportunity to make something good out of this. And I said, it's just not the death of a kid that overdosed. It's the entire family. It affects hundreds of people, their friends, the kids that are in school with them. These kids that I knew were on baseball teams, on wrestling teams. The one was a fireman, and so it affects everybody. It isn't just, and I said, if somebody looks at it and says, well, maybe, but one day somebody's going to come to their door and knock on the door, and then they're going to realize what's happening. And maybe you might not see it in your family, and maybe sometimes you're not looking close enough. That could be a problem, and this will make people aware of what's happening in the community. Well, that I think is some of it, like you could use it for that, or like I said, in the schools, and it's a little bit different because it could be opiate related, but they could use, like the mop bedrooms. But that's something that a program that comes through drug and alcohol. So we're linking to that. It's not, like I said, it's like the overall plan. It's like a spider web going out. It's just going to build across the whole county. And it's not, and we wanted to be opiate based, but there's going to be a lot in there that's going to jump off of this. That's going to get the different areas of drug abuse or even mental health. It's like, and I said, and I'll be the first one if it falls through and it doesn't work, then I'll take the blame for it. But I'm not going to sit here and sit on $1.2 million and not do absolutely anything. That's not the way I did it. I got elected as the president of Monroe County CMP, Mental Health and Human Services, and I need something done. I'm tired of sitting. So I'm sure. Do you have any other questions? I can be here all day, but I don't know what else. We've had it last, did we get it last year in December? Well, then we got, was it 300 some thousand in December, I think. And then I think the next payment came in January. So we've had almost $700,000 since January already. Okay. And actually the total, I think, isn't it like $4.3 million we're going to pay total. Somewhere around that, 4.3 or 4.4.
That's all I have.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, we don't have time for you. No.
I actually have more questions about the opioid.
Okay.
So you said you get another 400,000 in December.
Mhm.
How long do you have to use that?
Well, I'm sure that might be on the 18-month again too.
A new 18.
Yeah, it would probably be the same thing. So every payment we get every year, but every payment will that's when we got it, like December, January. So we'll probably get the next one in December again. So then we would have to let, like next June, to spend that. But I said, if something like this takes off and we can keep putting, even 100,000, and then, like I said, some of these communities, they have night outs. I mean, we're looking for anybody that's looking for, if they have something that we could contribute to that. But I think we have to have a plan that when we get that money, we have that use for that month, that we have some kind of a plan in place.
And then you said for the campaign, you were thinking billboards.
Mhm.
Do you have an idea of what you want them to say or have on?
Well, it's actually like I showed on this picture here. Now, mine's a little rude, but people might take offense to it. But they actually have this that would actually go on the billboard, and they present it like bigger billboards to us, and it actually has fake pills kill. And what it is, I think there's some pills, and I don't want to say what it is, but they're taking them and they're grinding them up. And it's pills that if you would take one of them pills, it would kill you. That's how strong they are. And what they're doing, they're grinding them up. They could grind them into 20 pills. And you could be the unlucky one that takes that pill because it might be concentrated in that pill. And I think the deaths on some of these pills is like every 10 people that takes them, 4 of them die. That's not good chances. I mean, you count how many people in this room. If you would take this pill, probably 4 of us would be carted out of here, 3, 4 of us. That's not good odds. And like I said, the billboard, but most of the signs and stuff would have a QR code, but there's websites, there's so much stuff to build off of. And but that's basically what the sign would look like. I can send you a copy of it if you want to do something like that. But and this might change. And tomorrow with the digital billboards, tomorrow if there's a new drug out, it's changed. You know what I mean? Like if there's a new drug coming out tomorrow, and like I said about opening a lot of Mountain Visitors Bureau, they can change it within minutes. If there's a, now it's fentanyl. Maybe tomorrow, I don't know what the name of the new drug would be, but they could switch that right over. It could go into the hospitals, or in the classrooms where the kids are at lunch, and maybe the teachers see that, or somebody's got to connect to somebody. We're trying to target everybody. I think the target is 18-year-olds, but it covers everybody. I think from 18-year-olds, I think we're looking for them to be responsible, to talk to the kids and talk to the older adults. That's what it's all about. I think it's 100% educating. And if you talk to any psychiatrist or anybody that, that gives any counseling to anybody, education is the key. And this is a great key, I think. Like I said, we can, this will alternate to another pill maybe next week.
Yeah. Again, let me emphasize in regard to the question of what it might look like and kind of following up on Rocky's comment. The creative will be created based upon the target audience, as Rocky kind of implied, and also understand the creative being developed by Kudu, Sarah and her team there, is going to be reflective of the medium that is being used, be it the social media platforms, be it Insta, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. Understand the billboards. We have print, we have radio, we have television. Rocky talked about, the carts at the local grocery store. There's a multifaceted approach that's going to be taken, but at the end of the day, we're going to target that creative on the audience, those who are most at risk or those who are most in need of assistance because of the opioid problems.
And then you said that this would be about $200,000, and then you had roughly another $700,000 to spend, or am I?
Well, and I said, I think it's one of the things, like, as it progresses, we're gonna have to figure out what it is. If this works, we could put more money into it, and like I said, we can go any direction with this. Maybe helping the schools out, maybe the police departments, is there gonna be maybe equipment, new technology that comes out that's gonna help the police departments, and a lot of the funds, and I think even Jeff, or financial person, and Bob says, it looks like a lot of money, but with the guidelines, what are we going to be able to spend it on? That's going to be our issue. And like I said, we need collaboration with the police departments, whoever's out there. I mean, they can gladly call me, and I don't know if everybody took notice of this, but this irritates me that we're not doing anything. But anybody is sort of welcome to call me if they have any ideas. I mean, we're looking at it, like I said, when I talked to St. Luke's last night, they called me. They had different ideas that, and it's a couple dollars that would be invested. That would turn in, you know, that $20 turns in to $100. And that's what we're gonna have to do, because it's not just our problem, it's everybody, it's every resident of Carbon County problem. Okay. So you don't wanna know anything about other issues? All right, thank you very much, everybody.
Can I just say something?
Yes,
I'd just like to introduce myself. My name is Lisa Horenza. I'm one of the nurses with the Pennsylvania Department of Health. And
Okay.
I work out of the Carbon County State Health Center. I just wanted to let you know, we're trying to get out in the community more, provide more education, do more outreach programs since COVID has kind of lessened a bit. So if anybody knows any need, and again, with this fentanyl awareness, we would, you know, like to help out with that.
okay,
I'll give you my card and, you know, paper what the health center offers, and certainly give me a call if, you know, if you need anything or any way that we can help out, we'd be willing to help.
and I'm hoping more people come like that. I would like one person every day. I'd be happy if somebody with at least one person would call me every day, what community event or whatever that we can help them.
Mhm.
All right, thank you very much.
Sure.